I'm gonna make the worst possible character in Daggerfall. I found this guy Javlar, which, which ironically enough sounds exactly like the Swedish curse word. I thought I had the worst character on YouTube in my Mad Genius, but apparently he made the worst build in Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. And he clearly beat the Mad Genius. He made a much worse character. So I'm here to reclaim the title. title. I'm gonna go with a Wood Elf. And here's where, I mean, this is the big brain move. you do this, you do all the weapons. It doesn't matter which order, let's see. Backstabbing and blunt weapon, yeah. So, and then you forbid all the weapons. like I said, my apologies, guys. This I'm wasting your and my time by doing this. This is serving many purposes because these primary and major skills primarily drives leveling up. So now he's unable to use any weapons at all. This nullifies the archery bonus that the Wood Elves have. Not able to fight in any way, and also I'm gonna do this. He did this as well. Damage from sunlight. I think that's a pretty big disadvantage. And now I need to get the knife up here because we can't even start the game if the knife is down. So we'll add advantages, and you can't actually, I thought you could do expertises in the weapons, but you can't even click it. It doesn't work when you have forbidden them. But we can do bonus to hit. Bonus to hit animals, Daedra, humanoid, and undead. And because we've forbidden all the fighting skills, we'll max out all the fighting attributes. We'll do this. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking. And we'll minimize endurance because that's driving HP gain. Having the lowest possible health is probably one of the worst things you can have in Daggerfall, to be really, really squishy. So I've set this on the minimum as well, and then we have minimum endurance so if he by some miracle manages to get a few levels, it still won't affect basically his hit points. I mean, it's almost sad to even talk about. So let's see. And also he has the ability to walk and run. We can't remove that from him, so we can only make it as poor as possible, so it's going to be harder to run away from everything. And I think he will have no personality based skills, so we'll max that out. What else? Yeah, we can max out willpower, because my extensive knowledge of playing with a completely terrible character has convinced me that it's actually much worse to have a little bit of magic abilities than to remove it altogether. Because if you remove it altogether, you get a lot of leeway for HP and advantages. But if you leave a little bit, it's basically useless. So what I'll do instead, I'll just minimize his intelligence, and we'll dump the rest in luck, because I'm thinking if you aren't able to participate in any activities at all, it's like, what are you going to be lucky in? So, and for the skills, I mean, these 4 skills slots here are the only ones that can organically drive leveling up. So I'll choose the rarest or hardest to skill up in and most useless. And the top of the list is Spriggan. If you find in any RPG ever a skill that is worse than Spriggan, I mean, let me know, because I haven't found it. After Spriggan, I think it's pretty close between a Nymph, Impish, Centaurian, and Dragonish. They're almost as bad. Etiquette and Streetwise, and those, they are by far much more useful. And we'll also try to address this knife and add a few useless advantages to make it even harder to level up. And one is Adrenaline Rush, because this adds combat capabilities on low health, but we have no combat. Rapid Healing, in light, since we can't rest in light because we'll die. And I'm thinking also regenerate health in light. This is so much slower than the damage we take from sunlight, so I don't think this will offset almost any of the damage we receive. So that's one. I could see spell absorption as well because because we have again 5 spell points, but the positive thing about spell absorption is that it actually saves us sometimes from the damage or the negative effect being hurled at us. So we'll go with regenerate health in light. We could go with the 3x intelligence in spell points, but I'm afraid that we might get a few intelligence points later in the game that would enable him to cast spells. So I think this is pretty optimized. The class name is gonna be Slug. He just reminds me of a useless, armless, slow creature. To be honest, I don't know what would be worst in this reputation system, but so I guess I'll leave some room for you guys to make a worse character than this. If you know this system better than I do, I'll just do this. Okay, I think this part is finished. I'll answer the questions. If anything is relevant, I'll show it to you guys. I'll choose a Dai Katana since we can't use it. You are friendlier than most with... Okay, I think I'll actually improve our Spriggan skill because you could say that improves the character, but it really doesn't because it's a completely useless skill. But what it does on the upside for this purpose is that if we increase the like baseline of Spriggan, it's going to be harder to skill up, so we'll choose that one. The same goes for these kinds of questions. Since I chose archery in the primary category, it's going to be easier to level up if those skills are low, so we'll try to increase them as much as possible. Okay, name thyself. I'm thinking he might have some kind of nickname in his village where he's so useless that they use him to like prop up stuff or plug holes or I mean, maybe there could be some kind of situation with they have a broken table with only three legs, and they have a dinner coming up, and there's like, Plug, get over here, stand. I think this guy looks most like a plug. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to get the worst possible roll. I think this is bad enough, and what counts for me is the actual build. So we'll do this. I like how his speed is still 10, and personality is so strangely charming. And we'll do the same thing here. I think if we, like, this is what I was talking about. Like now we've put archery at 50, so we can't train that at a trainer anymore, which is the only way to increase the skill. The way it works is the 3 skills, all of these 3 drive leveling up, but only 2 major skills and only 1 the highest minor skill. And very high difficulty. Okay, here he is, Plug, let's go. Okay, like I said, this is unplayable because you can't basically level up. But I'm gonna try. Oh, and he's so slow. That's what was my thinking as well. Javlar made his character have... He dumped attribute points into speed. Probably is a pretty good attribute for a useless character because at least he can be mobile and run away. And this guy can't. So this could be a challenge. If someone made this character and finished the game, that would be pretty epic. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry about this episode or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and Daggerfall actually crashed. No? Did? Yeah, it did. Whatever deity of Tamriel that saw this creation enter into the sunlight. He's just like, no, thank you. You're not allowed to exist. Okay, we'll see what happens this time. If the game crashes again. I mean, and Unity is so stable as well. It's actually really stable. I'll save now. And see what happens. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, we took a lot of sun damage. Oh, shit, and now we have to go back in and rest. Yeah, if one of you guys finishes the game like this, I'm gonna be so impressed. Whoa! Yeah. Yeah, this is hard. And oh. I mean, we need night time. We'll at least try, obviously. Oh shit! I need to spend a couple of hours here so it gets to be dark outside because I take damage from sunlight. Okay, hopefully they can stay there and I can rest. See what time it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have meaner monsters on as well. Okay, this is good. I think this should be enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's 20 past 7, so it's dark outside. Let's see. Yeah, we have we have 6 spell points. No spells. I think the reason we have no spells is actually because of the mod Roleplay and Realism. I think he changed it so you get spells according to your skills in that school of Magicka. So yeah, nice. We okay, we're gonna go to Gothway Gardens, and I think that's probably kind of the end goal of this character, because this whole thing, I mean, I've set it up so crippling that you can't level up, basically, and if you do, it's not gonna help you at all. You get nothing for it. It's like no health almost. And okay, we got some, I think we got a message that we got someone stole from us. So he's getting abused already, the poor guy. But and this whole thing about not being able to participate in combat is kind of a downside when it comes to role-playing games. Let's take a look at him. Plug the slug. Okay, we like also. I'm thinking of something like that. If one of these beams would break, they could replace it with a plug, and he could stand supporting this, I guess, until the daylight comes, and then he'll die. The way to kill something with this guy is, obviously, you could get like a magical item with some kind of destruction spell. I mean, using any kind of magic with 0.5 times the intelligence points in spell points, I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's hard even with 100 intelligence points to use any spells at all. So, with your intelligence of 12, you are considered idiotic. Imagine trying to get this guy to have 100 intelligence, and not even that is gonna be good. So, yeah, it's quite a challenge for this guy. Can he climb? I guess he probably can, he's strong. Plug is slow but strong. Yeah, I think this is sadly probably the last thing you guys will see from Plug. So my sincere thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Go check out Jay Vlar's channel as well, especially his Daggerfall complete retrospective. Looks awesome, and yeah, goodbye guys.